cat wearing a hat, a cat wearing a hat decorated with strawberries, a cat wearing a hat decorated with strawberries sitting on a throne. There we go. We can also just start typing. It's a real-time image generation. For example, we can say a cat sitting on a throne. Cat is also a dragon. So this is real-time image generation. We can also refine the prompts. A cat sitting on a throne. Cat is also a dragon. A super fast Grok Llama 8 billion prompt refinement. We can generate up to 4 images. A flying dog dragon wearing a hat designed by with strawberries. There we go. So this is lovely. We're going to talk about how I built this. Like I said, you can actually talk to it directly. You can refine your prompt almost instantly. You can start typing and it will generate your images like as you're typing. We're going to review the code for this, but the code files for this is available at my Patreon. Link is in the description and in the comment. This uses Flux Chanel with Together API. Let's try a few other examples. A cute robot is carrying a basket of strawberries. There we go. A bunch of robots are having a meeting and each one of them have a bowl of strawberries in front of them. There we go. Yeah, Flux is very good. We can turn off the refine prompt off. Bunch of robots in a meeting, but each one of them have a bowl of strawberries in front of them. There we go. This is without the refine prompt. We can also start typing bunch of robots with strawberry berry hats. Strawberry. Yeah, I think I'm writing this wrong, or it's not understanding because strawberry has two R's in it, right? There we go. Let's begin reviewing the code. Like I said, you can download it from my Patreon. Link will be in the description. Also, if you're enjoying my videos, you can find 350 actually more free videos at my website, ecohive.live, with a convenient search option. You can take a look there to find the content that you're interested in. And if you're a patron, you can actually download the code files instantly. For example, memory layers for LLM apps. And the link will take you to Patreon, and the code file is attached right there. Also, in my 1000 MasterClass, I have the 23rd chapter is how to build this app exactly, along with the code download files. I'll put a preview of this in the video if you want to take a look. When you become a patron, you'll have access to it as well. So now let's review the code. We will be using Together API and the Grok API for image prompt refinement. Let's begin with our backend. Actually, this is going to be a full stack FastAPI app. We are mounting our static folder, which is going to have our app.js and style.css. So there's some styles here, but we are also predominantly trying to use Daisy UI for styling and the index.html as well. And we are initializing the Grok client using async OpenAI, changing the base URL and using the API keys from environment variables. And same with Together API, pointing to the Together API key, along with getting the API key from environment variables. Our first route, which we define by app, and app is defined right here as a FastAPI app, is the home route, and it's going to serve the index.html with template response. If you look at our index.html, it's pretty simple. We are just importing the styles.css here and Daisy UI. And we just have a prompt box text area, a button, and then some the refine toggle, and also information which we can use. Sorry, let me show you this information that displays when enabled about plant refinement. And then we have the generating images spinner and image container, which is going to display, and also the image counter dropdown. So that's all for our index.html. The rest of it is going to be handled with JavaScript, and we are importing our JavaScript from the static directory. And our first function is refine single prompt. So we're going to be using Llama 8 billion, but you can use also 3.1 or 3.2 as well. You are an AI assistant that helps you find. So the system message for this prompt refiner is: you are an AI assistant that helps refine prompts for image generation. Your task is to take user input, create a detailed, vivid description that can be used to generate an interesting and visually appealing image. Focus on adding visual details, style suggestion, mood elements. Return only the refined prompts and refined prompt tags. And now we pass the user's prompt. So you can change this for any kind of style you're going for, right? And now we get the refined prompt and return that. And in our refined prompt endpoint, we're going to receive a prompt from the front end, an n number, how many images we want to generate as the first of the form. Then we create a tasks list, because we're going to be using async.io.gather to execute all of those execute this function, these functions, refinement prompts all at the same time, and then we return it as a JSON response. And with generate, we have this function which is going to receive a prompt and call together API to call Flux functional, which is the fastest, is the turbo version. And we're going to get the images and return a JSON response. We also have a proxy image, which is actually going to allow us to download image from the URL that is provided, because this Together API is going to provide us with image URLs. So if you go back to our app, we also have these nice little download buttons, which allows us to download the images directly onto our computer. That's nice. Okay, so that's about it, and we are running the app with this command: unicorn run main colon app at this host port and reload true. So when we change these files, the server will reload automatically. There's a README file you can read through. Requirements for this is FastAPI, unicorn Jinja, Python multipart, HTTPX, and OpenAI. So we're not going to review style.css, but I'll scroll quickly over it. You want to pause the video and take a look. App.js is, we're going to wait, here it goes like this. Wait for the DOM to be fully loaded before executing the script. Get references such as mic button, prompt text area, image container. Variable store to speech recognition. We're going to use the WebKit speech recognition, the browser speech recognition. And then we're going to record the user audio and set the text area value to recognize speech and process the prompt immediately, rather than having to wait user to do an action to submit the prompt. And this is to handle the end of speech recognition, handle any errors, and a click event listener for the microphone button, which when we press initiates the listening process. Hide the microphone button if speech recognition is not supported. Variable to store the typing. So we are, as the user types, we're going to have a half a second delay. So that's how we are able to achieve real time. So when you start talking, for example, a hat, then it waits half a second after you stop typing with floral design, then it submits the request. So this is just to make sure that the requests are not going too fast. You can experiment with this. Function to process the prompt and generate images. Show spinner and hide image container when necessary. Clear previous images, refine the prompt. and we call the refine prompt endpoint with the prompt itself and N1 for each one of them. And when we receive it, then we populate the prompt text area with the final prompt, with the refined prompt. And then we have another endpoint to request to generate images, and we call the /generate endpoint, and that is in our main.py, as we have seen, /generate. And we call that with the final prompt plus the image count. And when we receive the images, update the image container layout based on the number of images. You can change the stylings. Create and append image elements for each generated image. Hide the spinner and show image container function to handle typing events. This is the event listener for typing events, which is going to allow us to generate images in real time. Function to download the generated image. So this is about it. And we just have a logging message. So this is all, and you can currently download this by Patreon and actually watch how I built this at my 1000x cursor course, which has over actually a total of 23, I believe, now courses on how to build with cursor. So if you're using cursor or are interested in using it, I highly recommend this course because I spent over 3,000 hours coding with cursor, over 300 projects. The first one is free to watch, Cursor Deep Dive, and you can preview each chapter for about 2 minutes, such as how to build a market research app, how to build a multimodal rack system. So this course is designed to get you right in to building process rather than explaining so many details about cursor. It uses every feature of cursor, such as Control K, Control L, the chat option, and especially the composer, and how to build a swarm intelligence, for example, how to get GPT to watch multiple videos at the same time, how to build automatic persona generator. So I keep adding to this quite quickly. How to build an O1 mini data scientist. Yeah, take a look at it. And the latest one is how to build an O1 Oracle, which performs long-range research using Perplexity, which I added just yesterday. Well, I also on my Patreon, I have one-on-one consulting tiers. Check those out as well if you're interested in talking with me or if you need help with any one of your projects. Take care. See you in the next video. Hey, everybody. Today I saw this blink shot, which is a real-time image generation. A dog. It generates images in real time as you're typing, which is sitting twice anyway and smiling. Very cool. I saw this on Twitter by Hassan at Nutlope. Very cool. He's a dev relation with Together AI. Anyway, Together Compute rather. So we're going to try to build this from scratch. So you need a Together AI API key, but you can get one for free at Together AI. So here is, I'm in the Together AI docs. I just went to image overview. It's compatible with OpenAI library. So we're going to grab the sample code. I actually was already working on it. And essentially, I'm just going to paste it here. And then let's also, so this is the Flux 1.1 Pro model. I actually tried that and it's slower. We're going to go with this Flux 0.1 Schnell Turbo. That is the fastest one. I've actually done this right before the stream. So let's do this. Let's select it all. Control K. Show the image when done. Print how long it takes. Just so we can see. We're going to build a web app, but this is just for test. Okay, and Together AI, Together API keys in my environment variables. Let's run this. Let's see. Here we go. It took 1.77 seconds and then it displays the image. So this is essentially what we're going to do. But let's go back. to here. And then let's actually grab this and actually delete this file because we're going to use the composer. So let's open our composer here. And then let's paste this in. Did we paste it? Let me copy it again. Overview. Oh, I think we did because we're going to have to change the model name. I'm pretty sure. Let's say, let's build. Let's build a fast API web app with Daisy UI, dark mode with subtle colors and gradients. Let's say since this is an image website, which calls this API and generates images from user input. Let's say this. Maybe let's begin like this. Let's see what happens. So this is going to write it for us. Hope you guys are doing great. Oh, whoops. Oh man. Okay. While we're waiting for this, I'm just checking something. Okay. All right. Let's accept it all. Let's go and see what happened. Let's change this to main app host so we can do reload and this to 127. Yeah, this should work. Let's open this up. Let me grab it and bring it here. Okay, add dog and generate image. Internal server error. What is the error? Uh, get address info failed. Oh, it didn't say, it didn't do the model name right. Okay, let's just use Control K here. This is how we poll for image gen. Yeah, I suspected this may have been it. Okay, let's accept this. Get environment.get. We want to use getenv. And also we're gonna have to get the model name again. Chanel, the turbo. Let's do this. Now it should work. Refresh. Yeah, a puppy, generate image. So this works. It's pretty fast, but we want something better. First of all, the prompt needs to be a text area. Let's bring up the composer prompt. So we want to say, so we want to first talk to it and use Grok to actually write the prompt for us, like the Grok's Fast API, right? Like using Llama 8 billion or something. Well, let's do it step by step. We also want to talk to it, and we're going to use browser's speech API. So, but and also, okay, prompt box needs to be a text area. Makes say 5 lines. Let's also use browser speech API to fill this in with a microphone in the text area. Let's say maybe the nice microphone icon or button. Let's see what it does. Okay, we'll take it step by step. Okay, just need to do something real quick. All right, it's still working anyway. Oh, we did say Daisy UI, didn't we? Okay, it is using Daisy UI. Okay, let's accept this all. Let's go back to our app. Continue. Here we go. Generate image. A dog that is flying. Generate image. Perfect. Let's say a dog that is flying can be modified. Okay, we can modify it. So we don't want this button. So we should say we don't need the generate button. We want to generate an image after, let's say, 1 second of